Okay, I've had my breakfast, which was just a piece of toast. I don't know. I don't always have an appetite first thing. I mean, I always want something with my coffee, so I just had a piece of toast. 44 grams with probably less than 2 teaspoons of butter and a little bit of sugar-free jam. So that's what I had. I'm getting ready to go for my walk now. I have a lot to do today. It is a beautiful day. It is about 70 degrees, which is maybe you see all my mess back there. It has folded laundry. Give me a break. So I'm going to take my walk. I'm going to try to get 2 miles in. And then I got a lot to do today. I got some more work on my bedroom I'm going to get done. And then when I get done with that, I will show you what I've done. And what else? I'm going to finish cutting the grass. I did manage to get most of my grass cut last night. We've had some rain, but I don't know how it was dry, I guess, because we haven't had enough rain, so the ground wasn't saturated. So that was nice. And might get in the pool for a little while. So let's get going and get this day started. Okay, it's such a beautiful morning. I love to walk in the mornings. It's, the morning sounds and the smells, and just, especially when it's so pretty out. Like I said, it's like 70 degrees, which I can't remember last time it was 70 degrees, probably the spring. But it's like taking the first step out the door, whether you're going to the gym, whether you're taking a walk, is always the hardest. Like, cause your head tells you, you need to do this. Maybe it's your heart that tells you that. I don't know. But then you got the other part that was like, oh, I'll wait till tomorrow. I don't feel like doing it today. I'll wait till tomorrow. And then the next day comes and you're like, oh, well, we'll have an excuse every time. And it's just taking that first step out the door and making yourself do it. It's like self-discipline. That's what it takes. To me, eating right is easier than exercising. We're all prone to be a little lazy, and but once you start getting out and doing it, you feel so good. And if you just remember how you feel, when you get back and you've done that and you've pushed through the negative thoughts and the laziness, and you actually just do it, and then you're so glad that you did, and you feel so good, you feel energized. And even if it just starts going outside and walking around your yard or walking down the end of the street and back, start somewhere, and then gradually just build up a little bit more as you go. And as you get used to it, your body gets used to it, your legs get used to it. Because if you're not used to moving, I gotta switch sides. My arm's falling asleep. I am not carrying a selfie stick on my walk. I refuse. I don't even have a selfie stick. Well, I have a tripod. Does that count? Anyway, you just gotta push through and, put your headphones in, put your favorite music on, put a podcast on, something that you enjoy listening to. And before you know it, like you're almost done with your walk. Like, it takes me about, hang on, I don't like the video when people are driving by. It's embarrassing. But it takes maybe 30 minutes for me to walk the 2 miles. And so, 30 minutes out of your whole day is nothing. And I mean, when I first started walking, it was really hard to just enjoy it. I was bored, if that makes sense. Like, I'm always just so used to busy, and I don't just stop and look around and take in nature, and and just sometimes I use it as a prayer time. I just talk to God, and it's quiet. I'm not distracted with anything else besides my walking. And sometimes I just put my music on and I just go. And before you know it, I'm back home. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I did that. So it's just like pushing through the negativity, and it's so easy to do. And that's with anything that's good for us, we struggle with. If it's our prayer life, if it's our Bible reading, our diet, anything that's really good for us, man, the devil's going to fight us on it. He wants us to be lazy. He wants us to be unhealthy so that we are ineffective. And just do nothing. He wants our bodies to break down. He wants our minds to break down. He just wants the worst for us. But you got to push through that and make yourself do the hard things. Because if you don't, your life is really, life just flees by so fast. And before you know it, like here, I never thought I'd see the day I'd be in my 50s. If you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever, the feeling, I thought, this world won't even be around when I'm 51 years old. But here I am. And then you're like, man, did I do everything I could to make like healthy choices in my life and just be as close to God as I can be, and make the best of every day, because it just goes by so fast. My kids are grown, my grandbaby's growing up, and it just goes so fast. And it's like, how much time are we wasting, sitting on our phones? And yes, we're all guilty of that. Watching TV or, just sitting around doing nothing. That's such a waste of life, such a waste of time. There's so much more out there. That's why, I love living in North Carolina, because there's so much to do here. I love the water, so like being out on the boat and, going to the beach and things, that's what I love to do. And it's just an active place to live. Everybody, not everybody, but most people are somewhat active. And I just love it here. And, I used to hate the thought that we moved here. I thought it was a big mistake, but I don't feel that way anymore. It's just like anything else. It takes time to get used to. But, I just wanted to encourage you to get out and move, do something, make some kind of change, positive change. Like I said, start walk at the end of the road and back. And then the next day, go a little further until, you get your 1 mile in, your 2 miles in, your 3 miles, whatever it is, whatever your goal is. It's just pushing through and making your mind up to do it, and you're going to get up and you're going to do it. It does take some self-discipline, especially if you're used to being sedentary. It does take some getting used to, and sometimes your body doesn't feel good. Sometimes you just want to say, I'm going to stay home today. I don't feel like it. Now, if you got a major health problem, that's one thing, but if it's just everyday aches and pains or whatever, sometimes you just got to push through the pain a little bit, and then it gets better. So let's get on with it and finish our walk and get started with this day. I'm thankful for it. The Lord's given us a beautiful day. It's so pretty out. Here are the crickets and the tree frogs. I guess those are crickets. Are those crickets? They might be tree frogs. I think they're tree frogs. We got a blue million tree frogs here. So let's get on with this day. A lot to do. Okay, I want to show you what I'm going to have for my afternoon snack. I'm not too hungry, but I'm a little hungry, and I burned off some calories on my walk. Plus, I came home and got in the pool for a little bit, and then it started clouding up. So it's just I started to mow the rest of the grass, as you saw, but it was still too wet over there. I'm hoping it was just the dew and it's going to burn off and I can finish it later. But I came in for my snack, and then it's clouding, like I said, so I kind of like that, because when it's nice and sunny and warm out, it's like I want to be outside. So when it starts clouding up and things, I'm like, okay, I can go in and finish my projects in the house. So I'm going to just show you what I have for my snack in the afternoon. I buy this Greek yogurt. I get it at Harris Teeter. I'm sure you can get it anywhere. 0% milk fat. I need my glasses really bad. It's 80 calories for this. It's plain, so it's not sweetened. And so all I do is put a little packet of stevia in it to sweeten it. So I'm going to, when you buy this, and if you even bought this, this is really strange. It says made with milk from non-GMO fed cows. That's a good thing. I got this one time, the first time I've eaten it, and I'm like trying to stir it up. I'm like, what is this on top of it? And it's kind of weird, but I don't know exactly what the purpose of it is. But there's a little film thing, and if you don't know what's in there, you'll start stirring it, and like there's some little plastic in here or something. But I guess there's a purpose for that. I'm not sure what it is. So I'm going to dump this in a bowl. It's just easier for me to bowl. I was going to put this in my bowl. This is a lot of yogurt, really. It's probably a half a cup, I guess. If you were going to just buy, they do sell the big containers of it, but this is like the right portion size. And then I already started on this mango, you see. So I'm just gonna dice up some of this, and you know what, I haven't really weighed it. I always say that it's like maybe a half an ounce that I use, but I'll actually weigh it to see how much it is I use. If you haven't had mango, it is so good, especially if you get one that's kind of ripe. Don't get one that's not ripe, because then they're just kind of bitter. But I'm just gonna like slice up some of this, and then I'll weigh it. I'm gonna see how much I actually use. Let's see. I'm not gonna stick this on. I'll stick it on this paper towel. I don't want to lay it directly on my scale. Your scale will be your best friend when you start counting. I want to go, let's see, ounces. So you just move it down to ounces. Go. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna put this on there. That's 0.4 right there. 0.4. So it's 0.7 ounces is what I'm gonna put in here. So I just diced it up, and I'm just gonna put that in my yogurt. I should have put my sweetener in first, but I guess it doesn't matter. And then I have organic blueberries. And so I just put like maybe 9 or 10 of them in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get 12, 11, 12 blueberries. There are not that many calories. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle my stevia in here to sweeten it. And then I also, let me show you. I also put ground flax seeds on top of it. These are really good for you. And I just sprinkle some on top. Use the big side. These have 70 calories for 2 tablespoons, and I probably don't use a teaspoon, honestly. I don't even barely count them, because that would be a lot of flax seeds. So that's what it looks like. I'm just gonna stir it up. Make sure the fruit gets mixed in. I mean, you could use any kind of fruit with this. And this is gonna be, let's see, 80, 90, it's gonna be less than 100 calories. And this is a really good snack for the afternoon. And that's it. It's so good. I love it. So I'm gonna eat this, and then I think I'm gonna start on some more of my painting. I touched up some drywall over my door that my husband had mudded and things, and so the other day I got some sandpaper and sanded it down, and now I put a coat of paint on it. I mean, it could probably use more sanding, but it looks better than it did. And then I'm going to work on, I'm painting my bedroom furniture. It was bright white, and now I'm changing things up, and I don't want the bright white. I want something warmer, so I'm using like a beigey color on my furniture until I get new furniture one of these days. But I'm loving, I want to show you when I get finished with it, because my bedroom was like a light gray blue, a very cool color, but the rest of my house is like warm colors and just cozy, you know, and I wanted my bedroom to kind of tie in. And you know, for minimal money, I've changed it, you know, a lot, and it looks so good. I'm excited about it, and I'm excited for my husband to see it when he gets home, because he has no clue that I'm doing anything. He knows I'm painting my furniture, I think, but I don't think he knows everything else I'm doing. So when I get done with this, I'm going to get to work on the bedroom. Okay, I am back. I am beat. It is, what is it? Almost 5 o'clock. And I've been painting. I took a trip to Lowe's to get some knobs for my dresser. And my back hurts, and I'm hungry. I'm really under my calories today. I have over 1,000 calories, but I'm just not gonna eat that much. I've been busy. And I honestly haven't really felt that hungry, so not a big deal. But I'm going to share with you what I'm eating for dinner. I've already kind of prepared some of it, so I wouldn't bore you with chopping. And, well, maybe I'll bore you a little bit with some chopping here. But to some mother, this may not look appetizing, but trust the process. And trust me when I say it's delicious. Got a lot of them. So what I'm gonna do, I cooked up some ground turkey, and this is 99% fat-free lean turkey. I added a little bit of Worcestershire, whatever you say it. Some garlic, some onion powder, salt and pepper, of course. I think that's all I put in there. And then I'm going to have half of this, and I think I will weigh it, just to make sure. I mean, I'm really not that concerned, considering I need to eat more. But I'm gonna weigh this just to get an idea. I'm going to get about 8 ounces. I'm going to eat half of the package. 0 out the scale. Okay. And then I'm going to put about 8 ounces. If it looks like too much, I'm just not going to eat that much. 5. I think I'm going with 5.7 ounces. That's what I'm. Oopsie, I forgot to get my sweet potatoes out. So I just roasted me up some sweet potatoes. I cut them kind of thin, and this is really hot. That's not a very good oven mitt. And I just put a little bit of avocado oil on them, and salt, and a little sprinkle of cinnamon. So I'm gonna put, this is how much meat I have on my plate. I think that's a lot of meat. It says it was 5.7 ounces. I guess you have to add a little bit for, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else that really, spices don't weigh anything. So I'm just gonna take like, this was a small sweet potato. I might eat the whole thing, considering I need some extra calories today. And I'm just having a hard time picking this stuff up. So I cut them small, so I'm gonna leave a little bit because I think I'm gonna make another meal out of that tomorrow. Okay, and then I cut up probably half an avocado, and I'm gonna put that here next to my turkey. It's probably a little bit more than half an avocado, but it was kind of a small avocado. And then I have small curd, 1% low fat cottage cheese. It's got 80 calories for a half a cup. I kind of know what a half a cup looks like with this since I've eaten it quite a bit. And so I'm just gonna take a couple big heaping spoonfuls of that, and that'll be about half a cup. And then the good part, I don't know if you've seen on, I don't have a TikTok account, but I found this on Pinterest, and it says it's a big thing on TikTok, whatever. But it's hot honey, and you just take a little, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon of honey, and you put hot sauce in it. I don't measure it. I just take about a teaspoon of honey, and I put several dashes of, I have Old Bay, because Old Bay seasoning is big around these parts. But this is Old Bay hot sauce. So what I'm gonna do is I just mixed it together, and I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit on top of the cottage cheese. It's so good. I don't know why. I mean, I wouldn't think it would be that good, but, and maybe a little bit on my sweet potatoes. I probably won't even use all of this. I just want enough to taste. But like I said, being that I got so many calories left over, I'm not really that concerned with it. Okay, and that is it. And this is what it looks like. It's very high in protein, and it's very good. There's my cottage cheese, my sweet potatoes, my ground turkey, and my avocado. And that is dinner tonight. And it's delicious. I don't know, I wouldn't think like cottage cheese would be good in this, but it's like the coolness of it, and oh, it's so delicious. Just try it. It's so good. Don't forget the hot honey. If you don't like honey, if you don't want honey, I thought you could take some like Swerve brown sugar and sprinkle it on top of your sweet potatoes. Maybe a little on your cottage cheese. Something, just give it a little bit of sweetness. And maybe put a couple dashes of hot sauce if you like it. But this is what I'm eating. I'm gonna guess this is probably, let's see, 280, let's say 250. 3, 4. This is less than 500 calories. And being that I have a little over 1,000 calories that I'm supposed to consume today, this is good. If you're eating 3 meals a day and you want to eat big meals a day, this, you know, you might want to cut this in half or something. But most of us at my age don't eat 3 meals a day. It's just the way it is. I mean, maybe some people do, but. So anyway, this is dinner, and I am going to sit my hiney down and rest because my back is killing. And I don't know, I think I'll just call it a day. I need to fold some laundry, finish cleaning up my kitchen, and cleaning up some stuff in my bedroom on my plate and such, and then I'm gonna be done for the evening. I will have a cup of coffee probably around 7 o'clock. That's probably when I'll have my coffee. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. It's been a good weekend. I've got a lot done, and I'm still not finished, but I'm getting there. And happy Monday tomorrow. Hopefully this gets out on Sunday. If not, happy Tuesday. So I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful evening and a blessed Monday. Bye.